Hello, today I'm sharing some luxury beauty products that are worth the splurge. I share both drugstore and high-end makeup and beauty products here on my channel regularly, and it's been a while since I've done this particular video. Now, of course, I can only speak for myself when I say that these have been truly worth the money, but for me, they have been. I've been loving and using them regularly, and I'm excited to share them with you. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, and let's go ahead and get into these luxury makeup and beauty products that I've been loving, and I think you will too. Earlier this year, Hourglass launched their Vanish Airbrush Primer. Now, I did a video, I'll have linked down below as well as up in a card, comparing it to their original Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. Now, I personally love that primer, but I know there are people out there that didn't for whatever reason. I think this might solve some of the issues that some of you may not have loved about the original Hourglass Veil. I still only need a small amount of this for my entire face. It has a lotiony consistency that sinks right into my skin, and you can see right away it takes away my shine, but it doesn't leave me with an overly matte look. I can't feel it on my face. It blurs my pores and kind of evens everything out. Any foundation I wear over this just applies beautifully and looks really nice. Now, I have combination skin with an oily T-zone, so I'm pretty normal and can sometimes get dry in colder months around the perimeter of my face. The center of my face, though, can get a little oily, greasy during the day, especially in these hot and humid months. Now, Hourglass Veil kept my makeup looking really great, but it wouldn't necessarily keep that soft matte finish, whereas this does. I find no matter what foundation I'm using, it gives me a nice soft matte finish that stays a soft matte throughout the day, even if I would normally get shiny and greasy. It's really great with that. My makeup stays looking just really beautiful all day with a soft matte finish. It's not overly matte. I think this will work really well, I would say, across all skin types, especially this time of year. I have just really loved this. This has been worth every penny. I am really struggling to get this video done today. I am in a new space. We did move, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my background or my lighting. I am trying to use the big window in front of me and just some side lights to eliminate shadows. My hair's not cooperating, my left eye is watering, and someone started cutting the grass outside. So bear with me. I'm going to try and power through and dab my eye off in the meantime. So let's move on. Throughout the years, I've shared various lifestyle, home, fashion products that I swear by. I've shared various silk products that I love. Now, silk is not to be confused with satin, which can be very hot, which is something I don't need. Silk is very breathable. It can keep you cool in the summer and warmer in the winter. Now, I've teamed up with lilysilk several times in the past because I think the quality you get for the price you pay is really great. I'm partnering with them again for this portion of today's video. I also have 2 promo codes to share with you that can be found in my description box down below, as well as the links for the products I'm sharing with you today. The top I have on is this beautiful blush color, and it has these hidden buttons. I just think that's a nice added touch. It kind of elevates the top a little bit. I like that I can wear this with jeans, or I could dress it up with a blazer if I wanted to, roll the sleeves down, roll the sleeves up. The lights that I film under are hot, and I never have an issue wearing their tops when I'm filming because they allow me to stay cool. Now, I've shared their pillowcases several times on my channel. I use them on whatever pillow I'm sleeping on, even if it's kind of odd shaped. You don't slip and slide on silk pillowcases the way you do satin. I think that's a common misconception. If you have sensitive or acne prone skin, silk pillowcases are perfect for you. They help prevent sleep wrinkles if you're concerned with anti-aging. They also help prevent hair breakage. You also get more out of your skincare products because they absorb less of those than a cotton pillowcase. I don't sleep on anything else. Also, if you have allergies like I do, they have less attraction to dust mites. They're naturally hypoallergenic and antibacterial. There's really just no drawback. Plus, lilysilk uses the highest quality mulberry silk, which is cool, breathable, and environmentally friendly. They've also changed their packaging recently. It's really elegant and pretty. If you're wanting to grab a gift for someone for a birthday or grab an early holiday gift, I just wanted to share that with you as well. Another top that I wear often, and some of you may remember this from a couple of my videos, is this dusty blue top with the pearl buttons that I thought I was gonna have to reserve for dressy occasions when I first got it. But I love that I can dress it up or dress it down. I wear the sleeves rolled up as well as down. I also like wearing it untucked because of the length and tucking it in. It's a lot more versatile than I first thought it would be. And a surprise staple lilysilk product for me has been this lounge bra. I was really skeptical of it at first, but now I have 4. It's kind of a cross between a bralette and a sports bra. It gives more support than a bralette, but it's not as constrictive as a sports bra. I just almost don't even feel it when I wear them, yet I have some support going on, not as much as a bra, but there's something there, and it's just so incredibly soft and comfortable. It's been completely worth the money. I've been seeing celebrities like Anne Hathaway, Gwyneth Paltrow, Hilary Duff, Lucy Hale, just to name a few, wearing lilysilk a lot. So I guess the word's been getting out, and if you want to grab some for yourself or for someone else, be sure to use my code StephM12 for 12% off, or StephM25 to get an extra 25% off a second women's apparel or sleepwear item. Details and links are in my description box. I've had a few of you ask me about the new Chanel bronzer shade and the new Chanel blushes, so I'm here to talk about them today. I was not going to pick up this Chanel bronzer. You know, they reformulated it a while back, and I have so many cream bronzers that I love. I just kind of passed on it, but when they launched this new shade, 392 Soleil Tan Medium Bronze, I thought, you know, I'm gonna get that because the lighter shade almost seemed a little bit too light for my light medium neutral leaning warm skin tone. I always sound like a broken record when I say that. Okay, so here it is swatched on the back of my hand. I don't know if bronzer swatch shades give you an accurate depiction. For me, this gives me a neutral, healthy, glowy look without going too yellow or orange or red. It just is perfect for my skin tone. There is a very, very faint scent if I just stick my nose in it. I don't notice it when I apply it or after I've applied it. I like to just dip a brush in it and stipple it on my face, either over my bare skin or over foundation, and then set it with powder as I would any cream bronzer. It's basically effortless. It looks natural. It lasts all day. I can't feel it on my skin. It doesn't change the finish of my skin or my foundation at all. It doesn't take off what's underneath if I do have makeup underneath. I have it on today, for instance, and I just feel like I look natural. I don't feel like I look like I have bronzer on, which is what I go for on most days. And yes, this is Chanel. It's luxury, but you get 1 ounce of product here. This is the amount you get in a bottle of foundation, so I really do feel like you get your money's worth with this. The quality is here. You get a lot for your money, and I've just really been liking it. Next up is the Water Fresh Blush. I have the shade Warm Pink. I was a little nervous about selecting the right shade. I was seeing originally the lighter shades, that's what I was drawn to, but then after watching some videos, they looked really light, like they might not show up. Now this is what I have on my cheeks today. It's very subtle, and I think it gives a really natural look that you absolutely cannot overdo. You can't mess it up. Well, almost. I'll get into that in a minute. But this looks really pretty. This isn't a blush I'm going to wear when I want a strong blush look. So you see how dark it looks right now. And then when you start to blend it out, it just gets this really soft look to it. It does have kind of a cooling feeling to it because of that water content, just like the Water Fresh Tint product. So I don't even know. Yeah, you can see that swatch on screen. I'm still getting used to my lighting here. So it starts out kind of dewy looking, and then it just settles into this natural flush. I'm very happy with the shade I chose. I do think that they end up lighter than what they look here. I like to apply this over bare skin or over foundation. Where I think it gets a little weird for me is when I've tried to apply it over powder. I think it can take off some product that is underneath. So I do like to sandwich it in between my foundation and powder or setting spray, whatever you set your foundation with. It just gives a very flattering, natural, almost kind of that expensive look. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it just, I think it's very, very pretty. I love some cream and liquid blushes, well, blushes in general, as we know, and I was skeptical about this one, but I ended up really liking it once I started playing around with it. It's super easy and very flattering. I'm going in a particular order for these last few products. You'll see why in a minute. So I'm first going to talk about the Givenchy Prism Libre powder. I've talked about this on my channel before. I have loved this since I first discovered it, and I'm pretty picky about face products. I typically like my setting powders to be a little bit mattifying for my T-zone's sake, especially in the hot, humid weather I am in here in New Orleans, especially this time of year. I thought I was only going to use this as a finishing powder. It's got this kind of brightening, glowy aspect to it. There are 4 different shades in each little chamber that you basically mix together in the lid, like so. I find that I like this as a finishing powder and a setting powder. It does give a soft mattifying effect with kind of a glow behind it. There's no shimmer at all, so don't be scared of that. I think it's the brightening aspect of it. It also seems to kind of blur and smooth everything the way a finishing powder should, and since I'm a little bit shiny, I'm just going to touch up my T-zone with it. And you see how it just touches and enhances everything without looking powdery. I feel like that just kind of blurred and airbrushed everything while touching up my T-zone, which is great from a finishing powder aspect, plus it sets. I don't know, it's just a great multitasking powder. There are different shades for different skin tones, so this has just been a big winner and worth the splurge. I have another Givenchy product here that I've been using and loving, and I have not shared it on my channel yet. Now, I am showing that it is slightly on sale on Sephora.com, and a few shades are not in stock. I'll link it where I can, where it is in stock, but I've been reaching for it a lot, and so I wanted to share it. This is the Rose Perfecto Tinted Liquid Balm. I mean, the packaging alone is just to die for. The lid has this, what seems like blush leather, and the tube is just this beautiful glass. This is a marbled lip balm with skincare and a hint of color. Now, I've had this on throughout the video over a lip liner, which will be listed and linked down below too, but I just topped it off a little bit so you could just see how easily it applied and just how it adds a tint of color. The shade that I have is 210 Pink Nude. They say that shades 001 and 011 adapt to your lips' pH and create a unique color. I haven't tried those yet, but I really want to. These have pink pepper extract, which nourishes and protects, hyaluronic acid, which moisturizes and plumps, as well as vitamin C, which helps with volume. These are supposed to soothe, moisturize, nourish for 24 hours and plump your lips. And I find that they do give just a slight cooling effect. It's not a burning or a tingling, but they just feel really good. I like the way they make my lips look. They're flattering. I like the way they feel and how they last for a lip balm gloss type of product. I mean, this is a luxury gloss balm here. I know some people are going to be like, no, thank you, I'm not spending that. But if you're wanting a little bit of a splurge, I've really been enjoying this. I've been reaching for it a lot. It's just a treat, a luxury experience that I've been loving lately. And for me, it's been worth it. I almost didn't include this because I thought it might be old news. I've shared it a few times on my channel, but sometimes I think those are the best products because it shows how much I use and love them regularly. Those products that I still reach for and use even over other products. This Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette lives on my makeup table. I reach for it all the time. I find it to be truly versatile and flattering, and it doesn't look sparkly like highlighter. Now, if you go to Sephora, it's going to show that both varieties of this are out of stock, but it is still in existence. It's on the Dior website, maybe some other places. I'll have sources linked down below. Sometimes I reach for just one shade. Sometimes I mix a few. It just kind of depends on my mood, but I love how I get just an instant highlight that is just so flattering. Sometimes I buff it in with my finger a little bit more, but it never looks overdone or obvious. It almost gives you the effect that a liquid dewy highlighter would give, but it swipes on easily with a brush if you just want to swipe something on really quickly before you run out the door, or for nighttime if you already have your makeup on. I love that there are 4 shades. I feel like this could last forever. You get a lot for your money, and for me, this has been worth every penny I paid for it. I love the different combinations I could get. I reached for this a ton. I think it's been about 8 months since I last did this video. I didn't realize it had been that long. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. I love hearing about products that are truly worth the money, worth the splurge. If you did enjoy it, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up. It helps my video, helps support my channel, and subscribe if you're not already. I also did a foundation video recently. If you haven't seen it, I have it linked here for you. I found some great foundations and some not so great ones to review for you that I haven't before. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.